Hi there, it is Caitlin here, coming at you with another Flosstube video. This is Flosstube number 13, I believe. It is Monday, September 28th today? I think it is. You can see I'm getting festive. We're after Thanksgiving. I've got my decorations up and I thought I would try this. It is about 6:30 in the morning. And it is still very dark out. It should be getting a little bit lighter soon, so perhaps my lighting will improve. But if I don't film in the morning this week, I will never get a video out to you. So I figured I might as well try this. It might happen over a couple of consecutive mornings, but we'll start here on a Monday morning. So welcome to everyone who is watching, who has been with me for a while. Welcome to any new subscribers. I think I've gotten a little bit of a bump from a few very kind shout outs over the last month. So welcome to anyone who is new and just checking me out for, you know, the first little bit. It's great to have you here. I thought today I would go over just what I've been up to over the past month. I don't really have a life update to give you. Besides, you know, last week was Thanksgiving here in the US and I had a great time. I traveled to see my family and just spent a few low-key days with them. Excuse my throat. I think it's very early in the morning for me to be talking. Anyway, yeah, I had a great holiday. I hope if you celebrated Thanksgiving this past week, I hope you had a great holiday as well. And now we're heading into the holiday season. So I've got my tree up, as you can see, and love this time of year. So excited to be working on some holiday stitches in the month of December, hopefully, and just thinking about all the plans and all the possibilities for 2024, right? That's such a fun thing to do. What else? Today's my first day back at work in over a week and I'm not really ready for it. I took a few days off before Thanksgiving, which was really, it was good to have a little bit extra time away. And now we're heading in 3-week stretch before winter break. So I think I can do it. I hope so. But let's just get on into the stitching. I have quite a bit of things to show you. I had many starts over the past 3 weeks. So if you watched my last video, you know it was my birthday in early November. And I decided I was going to start 8 things for my 38th birthday. And I did, in fact, start 8 things. And then I have 2 WIPs to show you. No finishes this time around. That's not shocking to me or anyone else, I'm sure. But I do have 2 WIPs that I wanted to show you. So the first WIP that I have is Autumn at Hawran Holo. Sorry about the glare. Hopefully you can see that. From Carriage House Samplings. And I finished another block. I think the last time you saw this, I was narrowing in on a finish for my 3rd block. But I did, in fact, get it done. So here is where I am. I've got 3 full blocks completed. And the block that I worked on was that top one there. And I think it is beautiful. It was so fun to work on. It's very dense stitching, almost full coverage, I would say. There we go. There's a better view. The words say, "The brooklet sings its dreamy story," which is so whimsical. But look at the fish. I am doing the DMC conversion on this. This is 40 count natural linen, I believe. It's very like sturdy linen. Like it's kind of heavy. But I am using the DMC conversion. But I did pull a few variegated flosses from my stash. I believe I used 2 color and cottons. One for the barn or the bridge I don't even know what you would call that, the bridge structure, which is this really pretty brown orange. And then I also did use a variegated darker red for these trees. And I also used a variegated blue for the water, but you can't really tell. So anyway, there's all of them. Last year I finished that Thanksgiving block on the bottom, and then earlier, the year before 2022, I finished the turkey. So it's really coming along. I love this project so much. I don't currently have any specific plans to get back to it, but it would be great to do at least a couple of blocks next year, because this is like the never-ending project. It's so big. That yeah, I would love to get some stitches in on that. I know quite a few people are working on that one, and I can see why, because it's very, very fun. Okay. My next WIP, I didn't get a ton done. I think I worked on this for a day, but this is Dollhouse. I'll put a picture here from Brightneedle. This is the one that I was really hoping to have done by my birthday. And you know what? I don't even have, I will show, I just have this still in a Q stack because I'm working on it. But I got a little bit of work done on this room. Sorry about that thread. I'm just gonna try to move that. There's the bed frame that I have completed. This is the, I think it's the 7th room. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. No, it's the 8th room. And so there's 12. So anyway, gotta get those done. I need to finish this by the end of the year. That is the goal. And I'm still striving for that. So this needs some major work in December. I'm actually hoping to work on this. Let's see, it's the 28th today, I believe. No, it's the 27th. Sorry, it's Monday the 27th. So I have a few days left in November before I really need to get into holiday stitching mode, December. So for the next 4 nights, if I have time, I'm gonna really try to work on this. So that's Dollhouse from Brightneedle. And sorry, I'm working on, I'm doing that on 36 counts cream and sugar from Fiber on a Whim. And these are the DMC colors that I'm using. Mostly DMC. I forgot to show my book of days. I always forget, but I always want to at some point show it. So this is November, and I've got all my new starts listed on the side, and I stitched a lot of days in November. The end of the weeks are always kind of sparse, but yeah. I got a new sticker pack. I'll show a little bit in my haul from Peppermint Studio. So it's kind of whimsical, nature-y stickers, which is fun. I do have my 2024 book of days on order, so hopefully I will have that in my next video for the haul section to be able to show you. All right, let's just roll on into my new starts. I will do my best to give you all the details. So here we go. My first new start is the Woodpecker from Cottage Garden Samplings. This is a part of the Year in the Woods series. And I just think he is one of the cutest of the bunch. I saw that Marjorie from Marjorie Made and Bridget, the museum stitcher, were planning on starting this, and this was always a part of my birthday start plan. So I just messaged them and said, hey guys, I see you're starting this. I'm gonna join you. And they were very gracious and waited, and we started this on my actual birthday on November 9th. I have a very pitiful start. I just worked on this for a few hours on my birthday. I am doing this on 40 count hot cocoa linen from Bestitch Me. And I have a very, very small start. Just used one color, and it's right in the crease, of course. And I gotta start on the wing. This linen is so beautiful. Yeah, it's barely even worth showing, but I did get a nice little start on the woodpecker's wing. So I'm excited to really sit down with this one and give it some deserved time. So I am using all the called for threads, which is mostly DMC, but then each one of these patterns, there's 12, they have 2 weeks or specialty threads. This one happens to be weeks, 2 weeks. So I am using all the called for threads. I might, as I get farther into this, because the trees are such fun colors, I might see if I can find any comparable fancy flosses that are a little variegated to add some dimension to those trees. But we'll see once I actually get there. So that's the woodpecker. I do have plans, I should have said this. You might have noticed that this is on a huge piece of fabric. So there's 12, I mean, it's a full fat quarter. And I do have plans to stitch every animal in this series at some point. I have all my fabric, all my flosses for them all. And I'm going to be stitching 3, like each season. They're kind of broken up into 4 seasons of 3 animals. And so I'm going to be putting, I believe it's the bat and the beaver next, I think on either side of the woodpecker. So it'll be consecutive 3 animals, which I think is going to be really fun. And then I can kind of change out all of the animals every season. That's the plan at this point anyway. We'll see what actually happens. The sun is kind of starting to make its way. So hopefully this lighting will be able to shift. I hope the tree isn't too distracting. I just wanted to be festive this morning, but we'll see. All right, start number 2 was Winter Wonderlands by Blackbird Designs. I've been wanting to start this forever. I've had it in my stash for 3 years. So I just got a little start on this one. I know that Liz from Elizabeth Ann Can Stitch is working on this right now. And I started this with Abby Bella Stitch. And yeah, I'm excited about this one. This is really, really fun to work on. I am using the DMC conversion for this. I am doing this on, I believe it's a 40 count, and I haven't ironed anything. I'm so sorry. This is a 40 count boardwalk from Color and Cotton. So I've got some creases going on, but I just framed the house. Let me try to get a better view here. I framed the house. It's such a cute house because it's has these red accents. The actual house, this is all, I just need to fill in all the white. And then the roof is like a brownish gray. But yeah, you can see I put my initials on the door, CM. And yeah, I think I have a good start on this. I've been really into middle starts throughout this start-a-thon in November. I would say that the majority of my starts have been middle starts. I don't usually do that, so I don't really know. I think I was just kind of lazy. Like, starting new projects is a lot of work. And I hate measuring my fabric and like margins. And so to make things easier for most of these, I just did middle starts. I don't know if that's a good or a bad thing, but it's what I did. I'm probably gonna waste a lot of fabric that way, but it just seemed easier. So that's what I did. And it's kind of fun to start in the middle, I'm not gonna lie, because a lot of these things have borders and I don't love border stitching. So it was fun to start in the middle and start with some fun things, so. All right, start number 3. Oh, I love this one. Is Coffee Quaker. And this is from a series, the Magical Elixir series. So this is the second one in the series, but it's Coffee Quaker from Heartstring Samplery. Let me see if I can get a closer view. It says, first I drink the coffee, then I do the things. And I love this one. I love the colors and like the browns and just like the muted neutrals. Let's see, so I ended up starting this. I believe I started this on Ballet Slipper from Fox and Rabbit. This is a 32 count, I believe. And I just started with the words because I love doing words. Let me try to get this. So first I drank the coffee and then I just started on a little motif above it. But I love the font of this. It reminds me of like a Liz Matthews. Just the typography. So yeah, first I drink the coffee. I think this is actually gonna be a I mean, it's a big pattern, but I don't know, I love Quakers because I think they go relatively fast. I'll show you the palette. It's a mixture of Gentle Arts and Weeks. And actually there's one Classic Colorworks in there, but it's just these pretty browns and tans. There's a green in there as well. Is there a red? No, no red, but I love that like pop of green. Maybe there is a red. Yeah, like a rusty red. So I'm excited to get back to that one. I think if I spent like several days on it, I could get a lot of progress. So most of these starts got 1 to 2 days and that was it. And then I moved on and I started something new. I'm looking forward to 2024 and just maybe having some focus pieces. So the next one I have to show you, I'm so excited about. I have loved this pattern for years and years, and I've seen so many people working on this, and I am ecstatic that I have a start. So Lauren, the New Hampshire Stitcher, started this along with me, and it is Come to the Garden by Teresa Kogut, and it is stunning. So I also did a middle start with this one. So I started directly in the middle with this cute little, I don't even know what it is. Just like a floral motif. Let's see, I am doing this on the called for fabric, Colonial Parchment from Fabrics by Stephanie. This is my first time stitching on Fabrics by Stephanie fabric, and it's beautiful. It's like this mottled tan, but here is what I did. I just got this center motif completed. There are some leaves like on the edges, but I got all the middle completed. So these pretty greens, and then that pop of red with the berries in the middle, I think is so pretty. So this fabric, or the lighting is actually, it's showing up true. It's kind of like a golden fabric. So it's gonna be so beautiful. I'll show you the color palette. This is a mixture of Weeks, Gentle Arts, Classic Colorworks, and DMC. So I do have the DMC and Flossway bags, but look at these fancy flosses. The reds, oh, I just love them. So really great reds, pretty greens. Yeah, I love them. So that's Come to the Garden. I'll probably pull this back out in the springtime. It's kind of a springy. Oh, and look at this bag and how well does it coordinate? This is a patchwork crossing bag, and I believe it's Blackbird Designs fabric, but isn't it gorgeous? Oh, I love it. Love, love, love. Oh, my time is going by fast. I have to leave for work in 30 minutes. And I also need to like let my dog out and make breakfast. So we'll see. I think this might be a 2-part video. Next I started, I'm so excited about this one. I started Autumn Bee from the Blue Flower. This was a release earlier this summer, I think. But look how pretty it is. The fabric, the called for fabric is French Country linen from Witchell. And I just knew I had some great pinks in my stash. So this is a color and cotton. When I used to get the fabric of the month, this is a 36 count, and it's called Dried Violets. We'll see how well this shows up. It's purple. Purple never shows up on camera. You can't really see it very well. It's much more purple and bright in person. It's kind of washing out, but I just got a little start. This is called for, the called for threads are dinky dyes, but I am using the DMCs, the DMC conversion, and I think it looks awesome. So I'm doing this 2/2 on this 36 count, and I don't love stitching 2/2, but I kind of just thought it needed a lot of saturation of the colors because they're so bright and pretty. So I got that first floral motif done, and then the border is just a single stitch all the way around. So I figured I'd get started on the border. So that is my start on Autumn Bee. Got 3 more to go. This next one is from the Artsy Housewife. This is a study in pink. Here is a photo. I have a PDF of this one. But this is so pretty, and I know that this is part of a series. I believe A Study in Nature has been released recently. And then I saw like a sneak peek of her working on another butterfly. So I wonder like if at market she will release another butterfly or moth. I am doing this on a piece of color and cotton aged paper. And it's kind of like a pinky brown color. Again, not showing up great. Looks kind of white right now, but it's like a brown pink. And I got that center. Is this the back? Yep. That's the back. But I got the center of the butterfly done. So that was actually really fun to work on. So now I can just, so again, middle start, and I can just now get started on the gorgeous wings. This is a mix of Weeks and Classic Colorworks and Gentle Arts, and then 1 DMC. But the palette is so beautiful. You can kind of see all the fun colors, this bright DMC red. But yeah, lots of pinks and browns in this, and it's gonna be awesome. So I love my little start. I think he's cute. My little butterfly. That is A Study in Pink. I am very excited about this next one. So I'm starting from Pansy Patch Quilts, Quilts and Stitchery, I believe. I'm starting the Peppermint Lane series. So there are 9 houses. She has a few, I believe there's an Autumn Lane, and then she just released like a spring one. It's like Wisteria Lane maybe. But here's the first house. So that it's all houses, and they're in this Peppermint series, holiday, Christmassy, wintry one. There are 9 houses, and I'm going to do all of them on 1 piece of fabric. But here's the one I'm starting with. I'm starting again in the center. This is the 5th of the 9. So this is Cranberry House. And I think it's adorable. All of these houses have so much detail. You can see it. Hopefully it's focusing. I decided to do this on a 40 count vintage country mocha because I had in my stash, I had a half yard of this. So let me just, it's a huge piece of fabric. So let me just adjust here. I'm doing this with all of the called for colors, and this is my favorite color palette, like maybe ever, but I'll show that to you in a second. Here's my start. I just have a start on the roof of the house. So kind of framed out these like pointy windows on top. I've got the 2 chimneys and a little bit of the actual roof color. But I think it's gonna look great on this fabric. I've never used vintage country mocha before. But I think it looks good. It's a printed fabric, so it's printed on the front and then solid on the back. But guys, take a look at these colors. I'm obsessed. They are stunningly beautiful. It looks very white heavy right now, but that's not really the case. It's more like just the pinks and the reds. Let me try. Let's see if that works. Wow, that white is really in there. But there's like a pop of blue, but really the pinks are the stars of the show, I think. Like, look at this. What's it called? This is my favorite. Red pear. Oh my gosh, I'm struggling here. But this like mottled variegated pink, so pretty. And these reds, gorgeous. I love them. They are stunning. So that's my start on Cranberry House. Again, these are all very tiny starts, but I'm really glad to have them started so that I can just pull them out when I am ready to go and dedicate some more time on them in the future. All right, we did it. My last, oops, hold on. There we go. All right, my last new starts. I started it last night after I got back from my travels. I traveled back to Minnesota yesterday, and I just worked on this for about an hour. So this is maybe the most piddly start. And let me see if I can actually find the cover photo. But I'm very excited to start the Light of Winter from With Thy Needle and Thread. This is a new release from Brenda Gervais, and this is meant to be sort of a companion piece to Winter Rose Manor, which I also have in my WIP pile, but this is just so cute. It's a smaller chart. It's 175 by 175, and I just think it's gorgeous. So I am using all of the called for colors, which is a mix of DMC and Weeks. I'm gonna forget my fabric. I believe, oh no, I know what it is. This is Hog's Bristle. Let me see if I can put something behind this. Hog Bristle by Fox and Rabbit. And here's what I did. Center start again. And I've just got the bottom of a really pretty flower. You can see it's that center flower right next to the house. So I got the leaves done in the stem. So I think this fabric is going to be perfect. It looks very close to the picture, maybe a little more green, but I love it. So the threads, you can't really see them. They're in here. But yeah, I think I'm gonna maybe try to get back to that tonight. So at least put the flower in. That would be good. And there you have it. 8 new starts for turning 28. I wish. 8 new starts for turning 38. I feel good about it. That actually brought my WIP count up to 40. I officially have 40 WIPs, and I have at least 1 new start happening in December. I've got already a New Year's new start project, 2 of them. And I'm also doing the 12 by 12 with all new starts. So I'm gonna be in the 50s here by 2024. And I actually feel good about it. I'm kind of excited to have that many projects to choose from. Next year, I'm really gonna try not to start as many things as I did this year. I believe when I started, I looked back and I think I had 20 WIPs, like January 2nd when I started my channel earlier this year. I can't believe I've only been doing this for a year. I feel like I've been doing this for like 4 years, which I don't know if that's good or bad, but it sure has been fun. Anyway, so that means I've started roughly 30 things this year, which is a lot, but man, it's been fun. So those are all of my WIPs and new starts. Let's move in. You know what? I'm going to pause here. For you, it won't be a pause, but I need to, it's now 7:05. The lighting is starting to be very beautiful because it's getting light outside. I will try to film the rest of this either tonight after I get home or tomorrow morning, and I will show you haul. I have some Stitchy Kindness, and I'll talk a little bit about plans and what I'm going to be doing in December. Okay, thanks everyone. All right, I'm back. It is almost 6 o'clock now on Monday, the 27th. I've worked a full day of work and now I'm home, and I thought I would just finish up the video. So again, the lighting is probably worse than when I just left you because now it is completely dark again. So hopefully the ring light does its job and you can still see everything. So I just went through all of my WIPs and new starts, and now I think I'm going to show some Stitchy Kindness and then show you what I have gotten in the mail over the past month. I've gotten quite a few things. I just have plans, and I've gotten some things that I ordered a very long time ago that have just come. So, but I'll start out with Stitchy Kindness. So a very nice person reached out to me on Instagram and asked me if, Kelly asked me if she could send me a birthday present, which was so nice and not necessary, but very much appreciated. So I got this very sweet card with a lovely note. And then Kelly sent me this, oh my goodness, this adorable little needle minder. It's a little mouse. I hope that you can see that. It's a little mouse like on a leaf wrapped in a blanket. It's very, very cute. I believe she said it is from Via Joy shop on Artsy. So thanks, Kelly. That is so adorable, and I always need more needle minders. And then she also sent me some homemade pouches that are just adorable. So just a really sweet little flower charm. This is just a cute little notions pouch, so beautifully made. I'll just show just a nice white floral pattern in the inside. So there's one, and then she sent me this really pretty like quilted, it's a pencil. She knows I work in an elementary school, so just a pretty denim pouch with a quilted pencil on it. So these are so well made, just pretty polka dot fabric on the inside. And so I asked her, just, you know, when I was Instagramming her to thank her for the gift, I asked if she had an Etsy shop or if she sells her bags, and she said that she has in the past sold her bags, and she does have an Etsy shop, and it's called Nettie's Spaghetti Shop on Etsy. So I will link that down below if anyone is in need of some really sweet little pouches for their notions. These look very well made. So thanks, Kelly. I really appreciate it. It was such a fun surprise to open close to my birthday. So thank you. Appreciated. Let's see. Oh, I mentioned earlier that I had placed an order for the Book of Days, and this showed up at my doorstep when I was home this afternoon. So I got the 2024 Book of Days. So there's the new cover. It's really cute, and I can't wait to fill this up for 2024. So I have this, which is very exciting. This came from 123 Stitch, and I also placed an order just for some new 28 tapestry needles. Sorry, this is my favorite brand. I think it's just Bowen. Can you see that? I got 4 packs of 6 because I am completely out. I've been sharing needles from one project to another, and it's been annoying when I've opened a project up and there's no needle. So restocked my needles. That's exciting. I also mentioned earlier that I had placed a sticker order from Peppermint Studio, and I got the winter pack that was just released, and they are just beautiful stickers. So I've already filled up some, or done my December month in my book of days, but like, look how gorgeous these are all stickers. These really pretty ladies. Some Christmas trees, and they are just wonderful quality. Wow, I used that whole sheet. Look how pretty. So anyway, I would definitely recommend following Peppermint Studio on Instagram. I believe they drop a new release and new sticker designs every month. So I've purchased a few months, and they're just nice to have on hand. So highly recommend Peppermint Studios they have stickers, they have washi tape, I believe sometimes they have stationery, but it's just really fun, and every month there's a new kind of like collection, and it's all original artwork, of course, but yeah, it's really cool. What should I show next? I randomly, on a stash unloading site, I saw that somebody was selling some Mary Englebright books. Don't know, my grandma was just like loved Mary Englebright, and she had a lot of different cute little crafty things and pictures and things like that. So this is kind of nostalgic for me, but I saw that there was a specific cross stitch book, and I didn't know what was inside, but it was not expensive. I think this was $15. And I just decided that it would be fun to look through it. There's I marked a few patterns that I thought were kind of sweet. This one says there's no place like home. And then you can also do that one with just the house. I can turn the page. I made it into a pillow with just the house. I thought that was so cute. Then the second design that I liked was just this like simple bird. This saying says, the goal in life is living in agreement with nature. I just thought that was really cute. Sounds like something my grandma would say. So anyway, there's a lot of cute things in this book. I don't know if this is like out of print or if you can easily get this. Let me see when the publishing date is. 1996, excuse me. That sounds about right. When I was a kid. Love that. But not only was that person on Stash Loading selling one, she was selling two. And this is a Christmas specific book. This has a lot more different crafty things other than cross stitch, but there are a lot of cross stitch patterns in here. One that I thought was really cute was this reindeer. This is very like 90s style cross stitch with like tons of back stitching and a million different colors. Oh, and here was a wool applique project. I've never done wool applique, but look how cute that is. And so like the patterns are in here. And yeah, they have just a lot of other cute things that I probably, you know, it's very 90s decor. Like, take a look at this little girl in her like vest. How 90s is that? Don't you love it? Brings you right back. Anyway, so fun. Who knows how long I'll keep these, but I just thought they're fun to look at. They're kind of like little coffee table books. And it reminds me of my grandma, so love that. Oh, I also got, so back in April, Cottage Garden Threads put out, it was Hearts for Pam. I'm sure that was all over Instagram back in April. Just kind of I believe it was one of the owners of Cottage Garden Threads was ill, and so it was kind of a call out for support, and a bunch of designers submitted different designs, and there was a box that you could buy that Carriage garden thread would send out 10 threads and then a bunch of the designs that people submitted, and with a few other goodies. So I did buy that back in April, and I finally got my package. I got it last week, and it was really fun. So yeah, so it came with 10 gorgeous threads. I'll show you a few from Cottage Garden Threads. I think I've used these threads a few times, but man, they are just so shiny and pretty. Oh, this one coming up is, oops, I dropped it. One of my favorites. Look at that vibrant red. So yeah, I got 10 different threads. Here's another. They have really beautiful variegation in some, and then some are just beautiful solids, like this red. Anyway, and then it came with this cute little thread organizer. Just, it's, you know, in the shape of a heart, hearts for Pam, with spot for 10 different threads that you can put on here. And then it came with, I believe, a needle minder. Really cute needle minder. And then it came with a ton of patterns. Now, many of the patterns were embroidery, and I've never embroidered. It's not really something that I'm super into, but the patterns are beautiful. But I thought I'd show you a few of the cross stitch patterns that came in the box. This one is from Darling and Whimsy Designs. It's really beautiful. Hopefully you can see that. This is called Stitch for My Friend with My Heart and My Hands. This one is from Mojo Stitches. It's called Zelda's Hearts. And again, these are all exclusive to the Hearts for Pam package. It says, nobody has ever measured, not even the poets, how much the heart can hold. What a beautiful saying. From Mojo Stitches. This was an ink circles design. This one is called Hearts and Twines. Look how cool that is. Sorry, I just got cut off. I was showing this really beautiful ink circles design called Hearts and Twines. And I love this one. I like how it's a smaller pattern from ink circles, because usually they're pretty big. But that's so beautiful. How pretty would that be, like a Valentine's Day pillow? Really like that one. And then this is from Jeanette Douglas. The pattern is on the bottom, so I'm just gonna show that. It's just a really sweet little heart with some florals. Anyway, yeah, so that was a fun package to get, and I know it was supporting people in this cross-stitch community. So I was happy to purchase that box, and I was really excited to get it in the mail last week. So let's see, my last bit of haul is, oh, you guys, I'm just struggling. So I talked in my last video, and if you watch Lauren, the New Hampshire Stitcher, you also know that she is going to be doing this project. So she is starting Pandemic from Log Dog Samplers, and asked if I wanted to join her. I said, yes, I'm game. But now, like, the saga of choosing a color is so hard. So last video I asked you, I had 2 threads on order, and I asked people to chime in and say if they would want me to stitch with the pink from Evertote's Roxy Flasco, or a gorgeous green that I had found on Silks For You. And so I did end up getting both of those colors in the mail, and they're both gorgeous. Stunning, stunning, stunning. I will show this one first. I did get also a half yard just of antique white linen, but here is the Roxy Flasco mini hank, and this is called Fairy Dust. It's like a rose gold color. It's so beautiful, but it is pink. It's a pretty heavily variegated pink, and I love it, but I'm a little bit worried. I don't normally stitch monochromatic pieces with variegated floss, right? Because I think it's sometimes hard to do in terms of just making it look like it flows. And with this heavy of variegation that goes from very, very light to kind of like a medium tone, I'm just not sure if it would give me the effect that I'm looking for with Pandemic, with such a large, huge sampler. Actually, it's not even just large, it's huge, it's enormous. This is gorgeous. I will for sure use this for something. I just don't know that it's the right option for me for Pandemic. Here's a picture of Pandemic, by the way, if you don't know what I'm talking about. I'm sure you do. So yeah, that is that one. And the one that I thought I was going to use and was really excited to get was this beautiful light green from Silks For You. But then I got it from Australia. It feels luscious. It feels amazing. But the color I'm not super excited about anymore. Seeing it in person is very different from what it looks like online. And it's really gonna blow out. Maybe I shouldn't put it against white. I have another piece of a half yard, and this is Bramble from Picture This Plus. But this light green is silver. Honestly, it's showing up on the camera silver, and it is. In person, it is like the lightest green. It's like a gray green. And you know, I did go back and read the description, and it does say a light gray green. But in the picture, it just looked a little bit deeper. But like, compared to my sweater, like it doesn't even look green at all. It's a silvery gray. So that's not gonna work for me. I cannot wait to use this for something else. And you know what? On a dark fabric, that is gonna be fabulous. But I want a lighter fabric as my base for Pandemic, and that is gonna be way too light for anything. So I'm kind of back to square one on my colors. I will tell you that the Silks For You silk came so fast, probably within 2 weeks, and you know, it's coming from Australia, so I was very impressed with the shipping time. So I went back on, and you know what, the price is like kind of can't be beat. Like the Roxy Floss Co was more than twice the price of the Silks For You, and I will happily pay whatever prices are for. I mean, this is stunning. I'm not complaining about prices. I'm just saying that Silks For You, wow, it's not super expensive. So I did go back on the Silks For You site, and I chose 2 more colors, and I'm getting 2 more hanks sent my way. It's Christmas, I don't know. It'll be good to have on stash. But I'm getting a darker green that I'm a little worried is maybe too Kelly green, or maybe a little too teal. Here's a picture. This is the one I'm getting. We'll see what it looks like in person. I'm also getting a purple because, I don't know, let's try something else. I actually think a purple would look really beautiful on this Bramble. Anyway, I'm trying to decide now between fabrics, but it'll all depend on what color I use. So I could also just go to Michael's and pick a really pretty DMC and just stop with ordering hanks of thread. So we'll see what happens. I don't know what's gonna happen. It's really fun though. And now I have this gorgeous stash of for future monochromatic projects, I guess. We'll see. I'm not mad about any of it. It's all just trial and error, especially buying online. So that's kind of the risk you take when you rely on pictures from the internet, right? What else? That's kind of all of my haul that I have for you today. Let me tell you about some Flosstubers. I've been watching a lot of Flosstube lately, and a new Flosstuber that just put out their first video is Lindsay, who is the I think it's called Wolfie Stitches. But I watched Lindsay's first video last week and it is fabulous. She's so cute. She's working on beautiful projects, fun fabrics. You really can't go wrong. So I highly recommend checking out Wolfie Stitches. Another floss tube that I randomly came about that I should have been watching all year is Teresa from Teresa's Stitching Lifestyle. And I cannot believe the volume of stitching that Teresa has, like in her home, in her background, on her wall. Beautiful sampler stitcher. I mean, I was really in awe. So I watched her latest video, but now I get to go back and binge watch all of her previous. I believe that she started at the beginning of the year, around the same time I started. So anyway, I'm really excited to catch up with Teresa. So go check out Teresa's Stitching Lifestyle. And then lastly, I don't know why I haven't watched this person before. Stephanie from Frala Knits actually just tagged me in her video today, and before I sat down to film, kind of while I was just like getting stuff together, I had her on the TV, and she is stitching Peppermint Lane, which I just showed a few minutes ago. So she is also stitching Peppermint Lane from Pansy Patch Quilts and Stitchery, but she's kind of doing her own take, and instead of writing, like I showed Cranberry House today, so instead of writing Cranberry House, she is writing song lyrics from Christmas songs, which is genius. So I cannot wait to see the progress that she makes on that and how it turns out. So yeah, go check out Frala Knits. I need to watch her catalog. I think she has 8 videos maybe. So I've added that to my queue, so hopefully this weekend I can kind of catch up with Stephanie. I will link all of these people below, so feel free to go give them some love and check out what everyone is stitching. So, okay, let's see. I think that might be it for today. Coming up in December, I am going to be filming a few end of the year things. So I thought I would show a finish parade, which will actually be pretty short. I think I've finished maybe 11 things this year, mostly smalls, but a few bigger projects. So I thought I would maybe put out a small finish parade and pair that with some 12 by 12 plans that I have, and also show you some Christmas stash that I have, just that I bought, different patterns. I have a few books. I thought that would be kind of fun. So if you would be interested in seeing something like that, let me know. I thought I would maybe put out a few smaller videos, or not smaller, shorter videos in December. And then I will hopefully before the end of the year put out kind of a December normal floss tube, because I am hoping to stitch on quite a bit of my Christmas WIPs. I think I have 7 Christmas WIPs or winter WIPs. So I want to pull some of those out. I also need to finish Dollhouse by the end of the year. So I'm really crossing my fingers that by next video I will have finished that and I will get to show it in all its glory. So yeah, I'm gonna do 12 by 12. I'm going to do a normal floss tube. Oh, and then I'll do a WIP Parade. I think I'll put that out really early January, so I can include all of my December new starts in that video, because I think I'm going to have quite a few with the 12 by 12. I am doing all new starts for the 12 by 12, and but they're going to be small. So I'm choosing all smalls for that 12 by 12, and they have to be under 100 by 100 stitches. So I'm looking forward to kitting all of those up this month, and I'm going to use all threads from my stash. I'm not going to buy any new threads, so that'll be a fun challenge. But yeah, I will showcase those in a future video for you. All right, I don't think I have anything else to share with you today. As always, thank you so much for your support of my channel. If you liked what you saw today, please feel free to subscribe. I'm getting really close to 3,000 subscribers, which is just fun. Again, the numbers don't really matter, but it is nice to know that, you know, there's some community being created here, and I just so enjoy everyone's comments and kind words. Questions. If you have any questions, always feel free to ask. My email is linked below. It is crossstitchkate1@gmail.com. And yeah, like, subscribe, do all the YouTubey things. I will be back in a few weeks with some shorter videos, and then at the end of December for my next normal Flosstube update. All right, take care, everyone. Enjoy this fun time of year, and I will see you soon. Take care.